Greetings and salutations. I am Karen. I'm an illustrator based in New York, and I'm here today to walk you through how I make my own coloring book from start to finish. We'll cover everything from planning your theme to the illustration to designing, printing, and testing. Now, mind you, I will be having a manufacturer do it, so this is not a to-do at home unless you want to do printables, which is just as fine. And I'll also be sharing how I do that as well. I'll also share tips I learned from making my first coloring book so that you can avoid those mistakes as well. And I'll show you how I used Kittl to massively speed up the design process, taking something that used to take 4 hours to make to literally just in 20 minutes. Stick around till the end because I will be testing the coloring book itself and sharing details about pre-orders. So first, let's get to the planning. Decide your niche and your genre. Maybe you want to do cute animals, or maybe you have an OC or just certain characters you want to do. Environments, fashion, plants, seasonal, etc. For this video though, for this coloring book, I'll be focusing on fashion illustration. Just literally just me drawing people in clothes, since that's what I do. That's what I'm known best for. Next, you're gonna want to think about the line art style. Now I know, like, oh, what do you mean, Karen? Like, there's only like one type of line art like you could do for coloring books. False. I am breaking out of that box. I am being an unconventional coloring book artist, and I'm gonna do my own thing because I can't do that. You could do the conventional thin or thick black line art that all coloring books do, but what if you didn't want to do the black? What if we did like a different line art color? Like, hear me out. Like, say like a faint blue or faint red, and maybe you want to go for unconventional line art that isn't filled entirely. You're gonna have to think outside of the box with this coloring book because this is an unconventional coloring book. Now, what are your intentions with coloring? Do you want the people to just color, or do you want to help them escape stress with extra details? The more the better. I think people like, the more details you could do, the better. Mine isn't as detailed, but I'll show you how you can expand it to whatever your liking is. But yeah, maybe you want to help them escape stress with extra details and elements. The more the better. Size matters. Yeah. Make your illustration the same size or larger than your product so that you can ensure that there's good print quality. Now, this goes for either or digital or traditional. I will be working traditionally, and this is something you should just keep in mind in general, because with binded books, or I think most books, they usually print in multiples of 4. So 4, oh my god, brain math, 4, 8, 16, 20, 24, and thereon and so forth. You're always going to want to put one illustration per sheet. Do not put, by the love of God, do not put an illustration back to back. So like one side and then the other side behind that page, because if you want the consumer to color with markers, it will bleed through, and then they're going to have to go over that with the other illustration beneath with acrylic markers, because acrylic markers doesn't bleed. I don't know. Learned that the hard way in the first coloring book, and I just committed to it. People bought it. People still enjoyed it. It's definitely, if you want to, for them to not worry about bleeding, go for that. Just one illustration per sheet. You know how I said every book has multiples of 4? So let's say I make 25 illustrations. That will be 52 pages. Why? Because the first page will be blank, or you could put your intro, whatever you have it. From then on, it's 50 pages, right? So you're gonna do the right page be the illustration, the left page be blank. Do that for every single one. You know how I said have each one illustration be per sheet, so you don't have to worry about it bleeding, and you keep going on and so forth. Do the math. I'm not a calculator. So next we want to gather the inspiration. I look through Pinterest, or preferably even Japanese fashion magazines like Fudge, and I change things around as I go. I add things that I may want, change things that I want to change, remove things that I don't want to make, put in, I don't know, and this goes from there on. Yay. Okay, anyways, next, the fun part, the illustration process. Like I said before, you're gonna do this traditionally or digitally. Here are the pros to each. Digital, better line art control, infinite undos. You don't have to worry about effing it over. You can just fix it. Control Z. Paper, it's more special. There's an adrenaline rush. Screw up one tiny mark and then you just ruin it all. So like, it's gonna help you focus, and it'll help you get better at your stamina with drawing without making mistakes or using an eraser. Keep the line width and the image itself the same. If you're drawing people, you're gonna want to have them at the same size proportion. Maybe you want to do like a little like guided line in your sketchbook or whatever paper you're drawing on, and go from there. I need some tea because my throat hurts. I put the AC on too high at night. I hate ginger tea, but it's so soothing. So for the line width, you're gonna want to keep it consistent. Keep it at the same 0.5 or a size 2 millimeter, whatever the size is for your pen. Use the same pen or whatever utensil, whatever material you use, just keep it the same. If there's a mistake, you can just fix it through post-production, and I'll show you a neat way for the quality to look crisp. So here are some tips for styling for your coloring book if you'd like. You don't have to listen to me, okay? Why are you watching this video? Huh? Do you actually want to make a coloring book? Okay, so for more of a challenge, leave the closed link so consumers can add patterns. In the first coloring book that I did, I filled in some of the hair, some of the shoes, because I screwed up and I was too lazy to fix it, and I drew all of these in 3 days, so that's on my part. But I was like, oh, whatever, like they could just, you know, fix it. And then there was this one comment that was like, yeah, I like my coloring books to not be filled, so I have the choice to change the colors of the shoes or the hair or the etc, whatever. I was like, you know what, you have a point, you got me there. I also made sure not to do like any like plaid prints on the illustration itself, so that they can change the pattern if they want for that said skirt, dress, jacket, I don't know. Or if you'd like, you can just disregard all that and add some simple prints like cheetah, plaid, for people who maybe don't really want to think about the patterns. They just want to color. They want your guidance. Give them guidance. Next, we are going into the design aspect, the design process. Yippee! And you'll need a graphic design software for vectors. For this cute little teeny tiny project, we'll be using Kittl. Kittl is a browser-based design platform combining pro-level tools, advanced text effects, vector editing, pen tools, shape builders, with an intuitive workflow for ready-to-use templates. You can create digital and print-ready designs in minutes. Solo or collaborative. What I love most though is the simple background removal plus vectoring tools that they offer you. If you drew digitally, just add your illustrations to your artboard. If you did it traditionally, you're going to want to scan at 600 dpi and then add that to the artboard. Clean up in Procreate if you need to, then bring it back to Kittl. Now with Kittl workflow, you're going to click on the image, remove background, and if there's anything left, use the eraser tool. Traditional scans may have funky lines depending on the pen and paper that you use, so we're going to vectorize it. This makes it clean, scalable, and recolorable without having it distort the line art itself. I'm using a faint cyan line art, which makes it unconventional and flexible for your different choices of colors. Repeat the process for all of the illustrations, and to speed it up, you can copy the artboard layout and put that into Uniform Vision. For exporting the files, we're going to want to do 2 different versions. One for the print books, and then one if you want to do like printables or like do it digitally. For print books, you're going to do JPEG or PDF so that you can keep its quality, preferably PDF. For the printables, you're going to want to do both the JPEG or PDF and the PNG so that they can go over it without having to worry about the line art. This whole process was a huge time saver for me. Why? It may have taken longer, but from what I could remember, it took about 4 hours to make them into a vector, to clean them up, to remove the background, to make them look nice. That same process took about 40 minutes. Now the cleaning up part, it maybe took a little bit longer through Procreate, but when I did the vector and all those things, it took, with the export too, it took like 20 minutes. 20 minutes! That's crazy. So if you'd like to try Kittl for your coloring book or any other creative project, use code CareBearYT for 25% off the first month of all Kittl plans for new users, or click the link below to get started. And thank you to Kittl for saving me like 3 hours of my life. Now, for the cover design, most coloring books show some illustrated color or like give examples, right? It's like half done. Like one's done, the other one isn't. Whoa, this is so crazy. Like this makes me want to color. I, again, am different. This is an unconventional coloring book. We are thinking outside of the box. I refuse to do that. It just ruins the aesthetic for me. Or maybe one day I'll like change it, but I don't know. For now, I'm keeping it simple. So I plopped my favorite illustrations, added a background color for the right season, which is fall, and I titled it the title that I did before. No thoughts, just color. For the back cover, you could do a blank or a logo or a handle or a little blurb. Whatever you have, it's your coloring book. You do what you want. For production, you can use any print company that works in your favor. I will be using Mixam. It has great paper, it has good options, it's affordable, and I've already used it for my first coloring book, so I'm gonna use it again because I have commitment issues. No, I don't. I'm clingy. Make sure that the book is suitable for coloring. You don't want to have any type of paper that is glossy or coated that is gonna not work well with pencils, markers, acrylic markers, whatever you have it. And you're going to add the filler pages first so that it saves time when uploading the files itself. For the filler pages, make sure that you do it in the even page numbers so that it'll just automatically go on to the odd numbers, your illustrations. Next, you're going to order it. It rounded up to like $74 or $70 around there. That's because I expedited the shipping because I needed it now. And then wait a few days and boom, you get a finished coloring book. Now next, we're gonna test the coloring book, because why are you gonna sell something that you didn't witness with your own eyes or try out with your own hands, right? So I started out with Ohuhu alcohol markers, and for this you're gonna always put a sheet behind so that you can prevent bleeding. This paper also works well with acrylic markers, colored pencils, crayons, and watercolor and ink if you use water moderately, because it will crinkle. It's not a watercolor paper, okay? And you're gonna just want to chill and enjoy the vibes, enjoy the coloring. Now, obviously you can tell that I did the blue lines as my go-to line art color. Why? I thought it was different. It's not ideal for everyone, but great for those who want a challenge. You can change the line art colors or build on them and create this unique result. This makes it more than just an average coloring book. And if you want one of these bad boys, pre-orders are open in 2 days, September 20th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you don't like the blue liner, you can grab the PDF version that includes both the black and blue printable files, which is also great for digital coloring too. So thank you so much for watching and hanging with me as I made this coloring book. I had such a fun time doing it and expect there to be more. I love y'all, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye.